Hello everyone, we are Manuela Bayona and Sofia Vega from 11C and today we're going to present about France. We're going to be talking about tourism and how this gets involved in this country. First, we're going to ask yourself why people visit France. Paris is known as the city of love. According to the DH magazine, more than 14 million people visit France every year, not only because it is one of the gastronomical capitals of the world, but because they let themselves be seduced by its atmosphere full of luxury and romanticism. 89 million people visitors every year.
Okay, to continue with this presentation, we're going to talk about some touristic spots that are important for tourism in France. First, there's the Palace of Versailles, that it was first a royal residence that is now a touristic place to visit, and it's a beautiful construction, part of the traditional French architecture. Also, there's the Mont Blanc, that it's a natural resource in a mountain, and it's one of the most well-known peaks in the world. Um, there's also the Museum of Louvre, that it's one of the more important museums of Paris and the world, that has the Mona Lisa from Da Vinci inside of the museum. So it's really important this museum, and of course, this is one. And one of the most well-known monuments in the world, that is the Eiffel Tower, that it's, as you can see, one of the most visited wonders of the world. And here we can see the Tower Eiffel, the Museum Louvre with the Mona Lisa. Also, we can see here some pictures of the Palace of Versailles and the
Okay, then we're going to talk about the Cathedral Notre Dame de Church. And this is a very emblematic church of France. So the Notre Dame, the Paris heart broke out of the 15th of April of 2019, just before 6:20 p.m. beneath the roof of Notre Dame de Paris Cathedral. By the time the structure fire was extinguished, the building's stars have collapsed and most of its roof have been destroyed and its upper walls were severely damaged. A fun fact about this is that at the next day, many people gave money to reconstruct this church and they collect like millions of dollars.
and actually, nowadays it's almost reconstructed after 2 years, as you said, it was in 2019. Okay, talking about tourism as an economic factor, we could say that in many countries, tourism is one of the most important factors and resources for the country. So France is not an exception, and the tourism industry is direct contribution to the GDP in France. And also, this industry is directly contributed to employment in France, as all the important attractions need employers. So this contributes a lot to employment in the country. Also, this is all a business traveling to France that leads to agencies, to people to do some tours, and contributes a lot to economy in this country as in many other ones.
So, according to the IB teams, we're going to talk about experiences and identity. So, first, in experiences, when you travel abroad and you go from travel to some place, you get experiences because you know things you didn't knew, and you meet people, and you get the experience to meet another culture, to try new things.
Okay, also we can relate this to identity, as when someone, a tourist in another country, as Manuel said, we have different cultures, different kind of people, and completely different experiences that could change someone's mind to think different, to open their eyes to life. As the perspective you have in your hometown is not the same you're gonna have in another country. So this is the reason why identity could change, or mentality people could change based on seeing different perspectives, seeing different people and different cultures and traditions.
Also, because you have to get out of your comfort zone, because you have to lead yourself to try new things. Because if you don't try, how are you going to how are you going to know if you didn't have the chance? For example, if you go to France, there are very famous a famous dish there are eating escargots that are snails. So many people said, "Oh my God, this is disgusting." But if you didn't take the chance to try it, how do you know if they taste good? And also, I think that for me personally, a mixed experience is to try the typical food of the country so you can get more connected with the culture.
So this is why it's important to have an open mind when you're traveling.
Exactly. So we're going to make some questions to you about this presentation. The first one, at what time does the cathedral start to burn?
Also, name three of the most important attractions or touristic places in France.
Thank you.